today I am going to be doing my March wrap up. And for March, it was a really good month. I got through 8 books. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to show you guys. Actually, this will probably be kind of a shorter video because I'm not going to go into detail on much of these books because I think I have a review already for all of these books except for one of them. So I'll talk a little bit more about that one. But all of these other books I already have reviews for. So I will just link the reviews down in the description below. You guys can check it out. So I won't go into super detail for these books, but I will talk about them a little bit in this wrap up. So the first few books I'm going to talk about, I already did a series review for these books. And the first one being Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles series. This is a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. I really enjoyed this. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And I'll talk about it more in my review, which I'll link down below. The next one is Press, again by Marissa Meyer. This is the 3rd book in the Lunar Chronicles series, and this is a retelling of Rapunzel. And this one I also gave a 4 out of 5 stars. Then we have Ferris, which is Queen Lavanna's story. This is actually a novella, and it's the queen from the Lunar Chronicles, Queen Lavanna. This is her backstory, how she grew up, how she came to be where she's at today. This one I really enjoyed and loved. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. What I do want to say with Lavanna, which I forgot to say in my series review, I forgot to mention this, but I really liked Lavanna as a villain. I thought she was an awesome villain, and I liked seeing, especially in Ferris, I liked seeing her motives and the reasons why she does what she does. And like I said in my review, in my series review, I almost felt bad for her in this because of her upbringing and how she grew up. But because of the choices she makes, I really can't feel too bad for her. So, but I do like her as a villain. I thought she was an awesome villain. And she's one of those villains that lets kind of her fear rule her. And that's, I think, what's really interesting about Lavanna. Because a lot of stuff she does so out of fear. Even though she says she does it for love or out of love, it's really out of fear. And especially fear of rejection. And so I really liked her story. And the last book in the Lunar Chronicles is Winter, again by Marissa Meyer. This is the 4th book in the Lunar Chronicles, and this is a retelling of Snow White. And I just really loved this one. This one was my favorite one in the series. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So I managed to knock off that series off my list, which I'm like, yay, because one, I just really wanted to finish the series because it's so good. But then also, I have and I think I talked about it a bit in one of my other videos of the books I want to read in 2017 and finish in 2017. So I have a series, a list of series that I really wanted to finish this year. And now I can cross off Lunar Chronicles off that list because I'm finally done with that series. And I loved it, and I kind of wish I wasn't done. Yeah, I don't want to leave that world. But I still have Stars Above, which is another novella. So can't wait to read Stars Above. And I just got Wires and Nerves. I just bought it yesterday. And that is another story. It's from Aiko's point of view, which Aiko is the android, Cinder's android. So it's from her point of view, and it's actually a graphic novel, which I really don't read graphic novels, but it is Marissa Meyer, and it's from the Lunar World, so definitely want to read this one. So still got a little more time in this world, at least. So yeah, that's kind of the series I finished for this month. And then I'll get into the other books that I read for this month. The rest of these are all standalone books, and I have a review for most of these, so yeah, I won't get too much into detail for these. So the first one I'm going to show you is The Beast is an Animal by Peter Nell van Arsdale, and this is a standalone. It's about these soul eaters that come to this town and pretty much steals the souls of all the adults in the town and leaves the kids behind. The main character, Alice, is from this village where all the adults' souls got taken, and she comes to find out later on that she's got sort of a connection to the soul eaters. So yeah, this was one that was on my most anticipated list of 2017 because it sounded really, really interesting. I didn't end up loving it as much as I wish I did. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. I did a full review of it, so I will leave that link down below. You guys can check it out. So then the next book that I'll show you guys is The Child Thief by Bram. And this is an adult retelling of Peter Pan. It's a very, very dark retelling of Peter Pan. I loved it. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I did a full review of this one, so I will leave that link down below as well. The next one that I'll show you guys that I read in March, I actually read it beginning of March, and this was for my book club. It was the book of the month for February. Our club didn't meet until the 18th, March 18th. So I read this at the beginning of March, but it was for our February book. And that is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sainz. I never know how to pronounce his last name. But I really enjoyed this one. I have a full review of this one as well. I will link it down below. This one is about 2 characters, Ari and Dante. They start off in the book, they are 15. And it's pretty much about them, becoming friends and learning about life and love and, all that stuff. So I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, I'll leave my review down below. The last book I'm going to show you guys is also one that I read at the beginning of March. And this is the only one I do not have a review for, because I really didn't have much to say about it. And that is Unforgiven by Lauren Kate. And this is a companion novel to the Fallen series. I read the Fallen series, I think a few years ago, and I really enjoyed it when I read it. This one I gave 3 out of 5 stars. I wasn't wowed by it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it, so it kind of fell in the middle for me, so that's why I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And this is Cam's story. So Cam is one of the characters in Fallen. So this is kind of his story and how he falls in love with the girl named Lilith, and how he kind of lost her and is trying to get her back. So this is Cam's story. Like I said, don't have too much to say about this one, about Cam's story. It was okay. I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't been in the Fallen world in a while, so maybe that's part of why it was just okay to me. And then plus we don't get to see all the characters that we had in the Fallen series. We get Cam, and then I think Roland and Ariane appear towards the end a little bit, but other than that, we don't see any of the other characters that we know from the Fallen series. So it's really just a whole, new story just from Cam, basically his story. And so, yeah, I don't have that much to say about it, really. I don't know what else I can say about it. It was in the middle for me. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. So, it is a pretty quick read. It's not that long, and the font is pretty big, so you get through this whole series, the Fallen series. The font is big, so you get through the books pretty quickly. So yeah, and the tagline on here says every story has a dark side, and I don't know, I didn't really think this story was a dark story. It didn't seem like that much of a dark story to me. So, I don't know. I just thought it was okay. So, that's pretty much it. Those are the books that I read in March. Like I said, I have a review for almost all of them except for Unforgiven. So, I will leave the link for all of those reviews down in the description below. If you have read any of these books, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of them. And what did you read in March? And so, yeah, let me know, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye!